This is my dilemma concerning church involvement. Each one of these vessels being representative of the corporate churches as we think of them. Some, this one that's obviously dirty, have ice. Their water has become chilled and even undrinkable in its purely ice form. Some are restrictive. You can't really get what's in them unless anything out of them unless you get right in them and stay in them. You're locked in them, the exclusives. And some, they all have the water because the life of God is in some portion or other of them. I can hardly get any in through that tiny hole. I wonder if God has that much trouble too. And another thing that's common to all of them, they all have some pollutant being inhabited by people, fallen people. Some have different amounts of the water and different types of pollutants. Some, the pollutants are able to, they're big enough chunks you can actually see them and you can filter them out. Some, the pollutant permeates to such a degree, it's so integrated with the water that unless that's edible pollutant, you really don't want to be drinking from it at all. Some, the water looks good, but I'm just going to add bleach to this. I would have added turpentine if I had any. You can't really tell the difference, and if you're not careful and you drink, you will be sorry. Although, if there's enough water mixed with this, you could drink. And then there's what's true on the corporate level is also true on an individual level. I have my little bit of water. Hopefully I have more, but sometimes I feel like I don't have much. And where do I bring my water to? And where do I go to receive of others? I'm feeling like I'm pretty empty right now. That's why I'm even considering this. But my choice is, which is the best bet? Then there's my husband. He feels like he has quite sufficient. He's happy with what he has. But he's got some pollutants too, being human. But that's on an individual basis. It's kind of easy to deal with. We just need to, we can help each other out that way. And some of these pollutants are fine as long as they don't stay in there too long. If they're dealt with, you can drink out of this and not suffer too much harm as long as it wouldn't sit there too long. So this is a bit of a dilemma. I know some people think you should stay in and not come out because that would be church hopping. And I'm just going around looking. Where do I fill up? Of course I could go to the source, and I do. But there's this thing about the corporate, the body. And which pollutant would you suggest?